Good morning, everybody, or possibly afternoon if you're in seventh period. Today we're going to work through a few other sections of our digital notebook. We're getting pretty close to being done with it. And my plan is to get you guys to turn it in by next Wednesday. And then you're going to have your test next Thursday. So the first thing to do today are slides 18 through 21. Now, that sounds like a lot of slides, but normally this would all be on one page. And I just kind of broke it up to make sure you had enough space to type everything. So, kind of building on what we looked at yesterday with our Trails to Wagon Roads, this image showing a divide where the trail split and people either went off to Oregon or California. We're going to look at some specific trails that went through Utah to understand a little bit about the influence that they had on our state's history. So the first thing you're going to do when you get onto slide 18, you can take a look at the map that shows the trail. This is the Old Spanish Trail, so it's labeled here. And then it says to use textbook page 76 to fill in the blanks. So as you read, you're going to fill in the information. It's not necessarily word for word, but based on what you read, you should be able to fill this in, okay, with these sentence starters. All right, so you'll start there. You'll move on to slide 19, which uses page 85. Slide 20, which also uses page 85. And then lastly, slide 21 that uses page 88. Okay, so you're going to have to access your textbook through the modules. Okay, make sure you click on modules. And then the first thing right here is your textbook. So that's how you're going to get into that. Now, the other thing I have listed on the agenda is in case you finish early, you can start working on it, but I'm going to also add it to Friday's agenda as well. So if you don't get to the influence of explorers' journals, that's fine. You can do that tomorrow, but that's going to be on our next couple slides here. Something I noticed when I made these text boxes, I didn't catch it before I pushed it out to you, but some of the boxes were like covering the questions. So if you're noticing like you can't see the questions, just make the text box smaller. And as always, you can adjust the font if you need to as well. So for this, you are going to be looking at some different journal entries to get a better idea of what some of the explorers' lives were like. Okay, so it says to read the journal entry dated June 24th, and you're going to click on the image to access that. And then you're going to answer the question based on the source. And then the follow-up questions are not based directly out of the reading. You have to think about these. Okay, so these are you putting in some inferencing skills and coming up with answers to these. Okay, and then the other slide has another journal entry here from Ralph Chamberlain. So again, you'll click on the image. If you can't see part of the question, fix the text boxes. And then the first question has to do with directly from the text. And then the other two questions are reflection or thinking questions. Okay. So please reach out to me if you guys have any questions or if you need help with anything. I'm not sure. We're going to have to figure out some sort of way to do a review with me not being there. So I'll try to come up with something. But yeah, if you have any questions or you get stumped, just shoot me a message and I'll get back to you. Have a good day.